How's it going? So we are working on the Comanche. This is, let's spin this around, 1990 Comanche that I'm working on. It is mine. Recently got it and it didn't have heat. I went to put a thermostat in it. Lower bolt broke off. I tried to do a repair on the thermostat housing, well, on the cylinder head casting, and it still leaked. So I'm gonna I picked up a cylinder head off a buddy right there. I'm gonna get it cleaned up, get it put on, and hopefully that fixes my issue. I'm using a used head, so we will see how that works out. I'm gonna do a couple of checks on it, some tricks that I remember from when I worked at the dealership, making sure like valve seats are good and the head surface is straight and not warped. I don't really know the exact condition of the motor it came off of, but I do know that it knocked or spun a rod bearing. I believe that was it. So I'm just gonna clean it up real good, scrub it down, and get this apart so I can get it back on the road. Alright, so run into my first problem. See if I can get a light on this so you guys can see. I broke off, there we go, a stud that held the accessories on. There's a good bit left, but it's part of the water pump. If I can't get it out, probably just gonna do the water pump too. I mean, the whole thing's gonna be apart. This would probably be the smart time to do it. So if I can't get it out, it's gonna suck, but quick walk around on this thing. Let me spin you back around. It's a 1990 short bed, 4-wheel drive, and it's got a 4.0. I'm not 100% sure. Let's go. Yeah, getting used to this new gimbal I have. I think it's got an Aisin trans in it. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't had it up on a lift yet. This is the first thing that happened, so I'm just trying to get it back on the road. I'm trying to daily this for a little bit before I start lifting tires. Probably gonna put some 34s on it first that I'm getting from a buddy, but I do have a set of 37s, but that's later on down the road. I just want to make sure it's reliable first. So now I'm gonna try and handle that. Oh, spin you back around. Spin you back. Oh, Jesus. Gonna try and get this handled. If I can't, I'm just gonna keep going, tearing everything apart. I'll just get a new water pump for it, and yeah, keep going. So far I have, let's get this gimbal to rotate. Let's go. We got all the accessories off down here. And let me move the light around. I took the water pump off. Just gonna get a new one. No point of wasting time. I have it all apart. You know, if I can get as many new parts in here as I can. I'm gonna pull the plug wires off and then do the intake and exhaust. I'm going to try and just unbolt them and kind of lay them off to the side while I work on the head, instead of fighting with the exhaust manifold to exhaust bolts and peeling all this stuff off here just to get it out of the car. If it works, that'd be awesome. I'm sure it'll save me a little time. If it turns into a headache, then I'm just going to strip all this down and keep moving. I'm going to go thaw out a little bit. It's probably 30 degrees in this garage. Even with the little heater I have over here, that is thawing out my butane because it was frozen. Let's see. Ah, still stuck. So we will be right back. All right, so this is where we stand right now. Gimbal, come on. We have, the intake is separated. It's probably a little hard to see, but there's a gap in there. It's kind of resting on the last stud in the back. I'm hoping I can just leave it stuck to the side. I did have to pull a fuel rail. Everything down in the front's off. Valve covers off. Everything as far as I can get is the valve train, rockers, and push rods are out. So I'm going to start breaking the head loose, reverse pattern of the torque pattern, and hopefully get this head off in the next couple of minutes. So I got the head off. Come on now. I've just got some paper towels laying over it. Looked pretty clean. I cleaned it up with a razor blade. I was just going to throw the old one on, but I decided to, hold on, there we go. I decided to just run it over to the machine shop. Napa messed up my order. I haven't gotten my gaskets for it, so there's no point in rushing. He said he should have it back between checking it, and if it needs milling, he should have it all back by the end of the week, which I'm all right with, for about 250 bucks. So I'm gonna go pick up some other parts like the water pump, some new spark plug wire, spark plug cap, just stuff to throw on while I have it apart. So we'll get back after it when I get the cylinder head back. All right, we're back. Got the cylinder head back from the machine shop. Added some horsepower with a freshly painted valve cover, and we're about to get it put on. I think I'm gonna try and clean up the exhaust manifold ports, make sure they're good to go, and then we're gonna throw the head on. Probably gonna need some assistance so I don't scrape up the gasket, but I might just go for it and see what happens. So we'll see. Cylinder head's torqued and on. Just went and thawed out for a little bit, and I am about to put all the rockers and push rods back in. I'm going to dump some oil down in each spot to kind of, you know, lube up the lifters a little bit. And we'll just keep on rocking. We're going to do that, and then intake and exhaust, valve cover, and then I'll work my way down the front of the motor, putting it all back together. Alright, as you just saw, push rods, rocker arms, all torqued down. Kind of just hand snugged them all the way across with a ratchet, and then I torqued them down to 20 foot-pounds, I believe is the torque spec, 21. It might be 19. I know it's right in that range, so I went with 20. So they're all good to go. You know, and then gonna wait to put the valve cover on. But I am gonna start. I have to go get studs off the old head for the exhaust to sit on, and I'm gonna start doing that next. Once that's done, like I said, I'll do the thermostat, water pump, all the jazz down here. I do have a new cap, rotor, spark plugs, and spark plug wires, which I should have probably put some of those plugs in before I put the head on, but it doesn't matter. Alright, so this is where we stand. Might get back out here later, but I gotta get the kids off the bus. Harness is on. I gotta do some clipping of, well, put that back on. Clipping of the harness back in. I just put new cap, rotor, wire, spark plugs. Got all the coolant stuff on, and you know, new gaskets and some gasket maker to help seal it. You know, this was the original problem. This is what we were after. So I got a fresh bolt in here and got this sealed up real good. I'm going to let it sit. Don't want any leaks. And then kind of running out of parts. I got to put all the accessories on across the front, air box, figure out some vacuum lines. I think I figured out why my heat wasn't working initially. There's a little vacuum valve down here for the heater core. Big rabbit hole. I didn't have heat, so I checked to put a new thermostat in it. Didn't have a thermostat, broke the head, got a new head machined, saw that. Slowly getting back to getting this thing back on the road. Hopefully we get it back together tomorrow. I have all new, the CCV grommets and a new oil cap, because these are quite crusty looking and this is just broken. I mean, it works, but it could be better. So until tomorrow. Got most of the accessories on, wrapping up power steering pump. Pretty sure airbox, fluids, startup. What's up? Alright, she's as wrapped up as she's gonna get. I have the coil unplugged, battery is on the tender, but it's saying it's bad. I just got it. I mean, I did get the cheapest one, but I'm gonna let it charge up, or I'll go get my jump box. I'm gonna crank it over a couple times to get some oil pumping through there before I fire it off. I don't want it being dry, especially with everything I just did. And we'll get the first start up on video. Alright, I cranked her over a couple times, and fingers crossed she fires up. No crazy noises. We shall see. All right, here we go. She runs, seems a little rough. I'm not gonna run it long. I am in my neighbor's garage, so, and it's 10:15 at night. I'll let everything sit. Looks like I got a little bit of a fuel leak. So maybe I'll go get an O-ring for that. And I might have a slight, dear God, I hope not, but might have a slight coolant leak around the thermostat housing. It's very hard to tell. It was dripping initially, and I think the bolt I had was too long, so I got a shorter bolt, tightened it down a little bit more. I'd pressure test it, but I don't have an adapter for that for my pressure tester. So we're just gonna let it sit overnight, get back to it in the morning, hopefully get it out of the garage. Clear it up. Pretty clean. Got your nice variety of stickers. Everybody loves boobies. Alright, hopefully you can hear me. I'm going to do this place just in case. But put the head on. Had some coolant leak issues. Vacuum lines popping off. All easy stuff. It's running good. I'm going to keep running it. It does need an alternator. It's squeaking. I guess the bearing's bad. I'm probably going to buy a rebuild kit for the old one. That way I have a spare. You can kind of hear it starting. But yeah, this is it. 1990 Comanche 4-liter. I think it's got an Asian trans. I'm guessing a 231 transfer case. It is 4-wheel drive. I do have 37s to put on it. I gotta get some lighting. It's dull. It does have some rocker panel rust fixed with some Flex Seal tape for now, just to get it through the winter time, keep some of the snow out. But overall, pretty good. There's a bend in the tailgate, which I don't really care about. So I hope you guys kind of enjoyed me putting the cylinder head on that. I'm probably gonna run the stock axles and 37s until something breaks. Might throw lunchbox lockers in there. I do want to get a set of sliders. Don't know who to go with. If you see this, you know a good company. I've seen Dirtbound make them, a couple other ones, but I want to get rock sliders on it so I can take it to Roush Creek or AOAA stock so I can kind of test it as I go. But thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for more videos on this thing. I'm going to be doing a whole build series. My sister's building a YJ, so she kind of wants to do a little sibling thing. Her YJ is already on 37s, but I'm pretty sure I'm a better driver than her, so we're going to go, driver skills and capability versus the rigs as they keep going. So thanks for watching. Walker's Off-Road Customs out.